Okie dokie, boys and girls. So, today's squat workout will be maybe very boring for you, but very exciting for me. And well, let me explain why that is. It's because today I'm doing the exact same squat workout as I did last time. 10 sets of 3 reps with 34 kilos. Now, if it's the exact same as last time, then why the hell is it exciting to me? Well, it's because the situation is different, right? Last time when I did this workout, I didn't have the workout already in my system. I didn't do as much volume prior, right? So I'm already having some volume in my legs. I'm going to try and do this workout again. And at the same time, I'm going to be able to see if I'm stronger than last time, or perhaps if I'm weaker than last time, if the reps feel better. Because don't get it twisted, even though there's going to be slim to none visual difference in this workout, right? It's gonna look the exact same as the previous one. You still, like when you do these reps and you do them over and over and over again, you still have to do every single rep, and every single rep is different. When you're training for anything, whether it be planche or front lever or a squat, right? You do those things so many times. And when you compare one time to the next, and then the next time to the next one, right? When you compare them one to one, there's not really a difference, right? There's gonna be only a small difference. But when you go over a longer period of time and you then check, oh, my planche 5 months ago compared to now, it was way worse. And it's the same for a squat. Oh, 34 kilos 5 months ago versus now, it looks way lighter. And by just repeating that process, right, and doing that same rep every single time, it's gonna become better. No rep is the same. You still have to concentrate, because if you just go through the motions, that's where you start failing, right? If I do this pistol squat, I still have to focus on keeping my balance, planting my feet or my foot in the ground, going with my ass towards my heel, staying upright. And if I don't concentrate on that, well, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to crumble. So even though every time it's kind of the same, it's also different, and it's like an opportunity to grow stronger. So to me, that's very exciting, right? I mean, I get to do this same workout, 30 reps in total, but last time when I did it, the prior workout I only did 15, so I was less tired. Now I'm supposed to be a bit more tired, but perhaps because I have better technique, it will feel lighter. I don't know. I have to find out. I have to do the same workout to know that. And that's what's exciting, because if I continue that process, eventually, I'll have gotten stronger, and I'll be doing this, same rep with more weight in the same amount of reps, or the same weight and more amount of reps, and eventually more weight and more reps, right? So there's this small incremental progress you get every time. Sometimes you go forward, sometimes you go backward, you regress, that's normal. But in the end, it's this line that goes up diagonally, right? Where you just you progress, and that's fun about it. So to me, even though this is the same workout, like I said, you still have to do every rep counts. And that's super fun, right? So let's get started. 10 sets of 3 reps, and I'm gonna do 1 set every 4 minutes. So it's not gonna take very long, right? 40 minutes for a workout, but nonetheless, because it's not very long, I have to enjoy it all the more. So let's go. First set feels rusty, but that's normal. So let's get on, and then, with these 10 sets, as you do more and more and more, your technique becomes better, but your body becomes tired. So it's this constant state of difficulty, better technique makes it so that you have to use less power, but also you just have less power to use because you've done so many sets already. All right, let's go. All right, now set number 5, halfway done. A few more sets to go. It's going well, so perhaps in the later sets, and then I mean set 9 and 10, I might do 4 reps, because the goal with this, after I come back from Japan, is to do 100 reps in 6 days. So what I'll do perhaps then is, one leg day every 2 days, 30 reps, and then the last one, 40 reps, 10 sets of 4. So if today I can do a couple sets of 4, that would be a nice indicator of how difficult that's going to be. But basically, the focus is going to be to build a lot of volume, do a lot of reps. Keep in mind, each rep is different, each rep, I'm still trying to think of what I should do and finding improvements. So by doing 100 reps in that small period of time, accomplishing that with this weight will indicate to me that I am ready for a higher weight. So very good. All right. First of all, first things first is to do 3 more sets with 3 reps though. Might have underestimated it. The real tiredness in the legs is starting to begin now. Fuck. Fuck. One more set. Fuck. Alright. It's over. My backpack is just drenched with sweat. What the fuck? I'm gonna catch my breath and talk to you in a moment. Okay, so that's it for today's workout. No Nordic rolls today, by the way. I'll explain in a second, but holy shit. It's very weird because I'm pumped. Like maybe I could be a little bit more pumped. Like my legs feel thick as a fucking brick at the moment. Like holy shit. And it's not even that, during the sets my quadriceps are burning or anything. Like the reps are too low range for that. I'm doing 3 to 4 reps every set, so my quadriceps don't really burn, but the fatigue is just accumulating in them, and holy fucking shit, I'll feel this tomorrow. So 32 reps done, that's 62 reps in the last 6 days. That's my benchmark for when I head back or come back from Japan. But these high set, low rep workouts, I'm really liking them. And in the final 2 sets, I think I got even a little bit more efficient because I was at first doubting if I was going to be able to do it. But I was able to control my way down and then control the bounce as well at the bottom of the rep to get some momentum back up. And that really helped out. So yeah, this is the way that you learn technique, by doing something over and over and over again. And as long as you're progressing, as long as you're doing more reps or more total volume, higher frequency on the training you're doing, no matter what training it is, you're becoming stronger. You're gonna put on muscle, and I feel like today was really some proof of that. I mean, the muscle has not been built yet, the muscle has been destroyed, but it's gonna be built once I have my breakfast, once I have some food in my system. And I feel like today's workout was really, an example of how every rep counts. Oftentimes people look at training or they tell me oftentimes as well, you might have the same experience, like, how can you do the same thing over and over and over again, right? Doesn't it get boring? But what most people don't understand is, like I mentioned at the beginning, it's not the same thing over and over and over again. Even if your workout is completely the same as last time, which today it wasn't even that, I did 2 more reps. That's an improvement. But even if today's workout was exactly the same as last time, or let's say it was even weaker, it does not mean it felt exactly the same, right? It's gonna feel different every time. And yes, there's similarities between every workout, but you know, it's still, you get a different experience every time. If you go into, your workout, the same workout as last time, thinking, oh, I did it already, I don't have to concentrate, you're gonna fucking fail, right? You still have to, muster up some gusto, get a bit hyped if you're gonna lift some heavy weight or do a planche, right? Because otherwise you're gonna fail. It's not like you're watching a movie for the second time. It's not like you can go to the cinema with your friend, like he's watching the movie for the first time, you're watching it for the second time, and you just sit back, barely paying attention. No, that's not how it happens. If you do your workout over and over and over again, you're gonna have to concentrate again. Because if you don't, the quality will go down. The only way your quality goes up is by doing it over and over and over again and bringing the same amount of concentration every time, paying attention to the details, right? I'm gonna make notes because like every time I do these workouts, right? I go into the workout and I remember a couple things. Okay, pay attention to this part of the form, bring your heel to your ass, right? But every time you also notice new things. And sometimes you're like at set number 6 and then suddenly you remember, oh, last time I did this, but now I'm not doing it. Let's add that as well. And you have all these things to think about. Like, I'm going to take notes, like stay upright, bring your ass to your heel, flex your hamstrings, go down slowly. And then when you're at 90 degrees, control the bounce. All of those things, push from your heel. There's so many things that you can think about, and it's the same for the planche, it's the same for front lever, it's the same for anything. And it's just it's a science, and just like science, there will always be stuff that's unknown, always stuff to discover. It's not, if you watch the same movie and you pay attention twice, you will also find new things, right? You discover new things, and that's why it's never boring. So that's kind of my opinion on the matter. I'm starting to yap, but you get my point. Anyway, I was going to explain why I'm not doing Nordic curls, simply because I still feel that my tendons are tender. They don't feel ready yet to handle more load than last time. So what I'm going to do is next time I have a leg day, right? I think I have one more leg day before going to Japan. I'll just have a final session with Nordic curls and squats, of course. And call it a day at that. So today, rest for the hamstrings, but the opposite for my quadriceps, they handled quite a bit of load. So I'm gonna have those puppies rest and see you tomorrow for a light push day, I believe. Let's go. Oh yeah, I feel this.